Cheeky vodka with coco. What's her name? I think Coco. Fuck with her cause she loco. Mixed up on Duna Loso.
Hi guys, it's Kels here again. So today you guys, I've got another story time for you about my shit ass date. It's probably one of the worst dates I've ever been on. So if you want to hear all about this time around, continue watching you guys. So before we get into this video though you guys, I want to share with you guys something that I've been using on my skin for the past couple weeks and it's been amazing and I had to share it with you guys. It's a spin brush, one of them ones that you use on your face and you use it on your body. This one is from Radiance Spin Care System. It looks like this, it comes in a little box like this. And it comes with like different heads you can put on. So we have like the big ones for your body and the tinier ones for your face. Oh my god you guys, I've been using this for the past couple of weeks and it's been amazing to my skin. Because I wear so much makeup, it removes all that makeup, it removes all the impurities. And on your body as well, like I use it underneath my armpits and it's just made me 100 times more fresh. Like it's been super amazing and I would recommend this item to you guys. Check in the description box for discounts on this. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I wanted to tell you guys about my most recent date. It was so shit. Alright, tell me if I'm wrong, but listen to the story and comment down below what you think. Met this guy on Hinge, right? We spoke briefly and then like one day he was like he wanted to meet up. We exchanged numbers. He messaged me like a couple days ago and he was like, oh, I'm in the area or something like that. Do you want to meet up today? It's a nice sunny day and whatever. I'm just like, yeah, I wasn't feeling well that day. I was going through a lot. So I was just like, yeah, no, I can't. And because it was so last minute, I was just like, absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not gonna go. So I was like, I can do tomorrow. I've got a couple meetings tomorrow. After meetings, I can, you know, make myself free and I'll come out with you. Remember, this guy's been hounding me to come out with him, right? The day finally comes. He gave me ample time to get ready because I hate people rushing me. So I got time to get ready, all of that jazz. We met up. We went to some market. Obviously, it's a lockdown. There's not much places you can go, you know, for dinner and stuff. So there was a little market. It's like a local market. He was like, oh, let's get some oysters. Do you want some oysters? I was like, no, I'm not in the mood for oysters right now. So I said, but go ahead, you can get it. I don't need it. You can get it though. So he went and he bought his oysters. We was walking, trying to find somewhere to like sit down, like have a chat, a little walk. We found a little bench we could sit on near like the river and stuff. It was pretty cool. We sat down and we were there talking. He was talking about his job. So he said he's on Hinge, it says he's a therapist. So I was like, okay, cool. Because me, I go for guys with good jobs, financially stable, good looking, all of that stuff. And obviously I, you know, judge them from their, like, how they carry themselves in person when we meet up. So I was just there like listening to him. He's very chatty and I'm not really chatty, so that was good. So when we were sitting down, I noticed that his jacket was ripped. So he had a rip in the arm and a rip in the other arm. And he was like, oh look, don't mind this. Like the padding from the jacket was like peeking out. So it was proper ripped. I wasn't paying it any mind because I'm just like, okay, it's probably just one of them things. And then I was just like, I need to get something to drink. So there was a coffee shop, there was a Starbucks right across from where we were sitting. And I said, let's go over to Starbucks so I can get a drink or something. Because I didn't eat all day and I was fucking hungry because I went for a long ass walk on the same day. So I needed something to eat. So walked over to Starbucks. He stood outside because he said he doesn't have a mask, so he doesn't want to come in. I was like, okay, cool, that's fine. I didn't think anything of it. He stood outside, I went in and I said to him, do you want anything? He said no. It's like, alright then cool. I went to get my drink and I got a lemon loaf cake. Came out and then we went back to sit down on the bench. we were talking about him living with a flatmate and she's being horrible to him and all of this stuff. So from the conversation we had, I gathered that he didn't live in a really good apartment. Yeah, that's what I gathered from that. So I'm just like, okay, therapist, shit, apartment, doesn't really add up, but okay. It's London, it's hard. So, I didn't judge him from that. He continued to talk about finding a new place and all that stuff. Then he was like, maybe I'm gonna have to come and live with you. I was just like, yeah, no thanks. So after that, we're still talking, and then he said he does spiritual therapy or something like that. I was just like, okay. He's like, he can read energy. I was just like, here we go now with this voodoo shit. Then I was like, okay, go ahead, read my energy. Because at this point, like, you know when you just met someone, you can, like, the instant meet, you feel like, okay, this person has a chance, you know, of getting with me. Like, you see their height, their looks, how they dress, how they, you know, like, how they carry themselves. On arrival, I knew, okay, friend zone. He was shorter than I thought, and he just wasn't it for me. But I was just being polite. Obviously, I'm already there, so I might as well enjoy the day with a friend. Talking, he said he can read my energy. I had some hoop earrings in, but the day that I wore it was the first day I actually wore it. So I wasn't wearing it for a long time. It was the first time wearing it out. It was a brand new earring. So he said, oh, I can read it from jewelry. Do you have any rings on? I was like, no, I don't have any rings. Any necklace? I was like, obviously not. I don't have any. I was like, well, I've got this earring. You can probably read it from this. And he's like, okay, cool. But I was just like, well, I've only just put it in today. He's like, oh, yeah. Normally it works better when the person's wearing the thing for a longer period of time. It's something that they always wear. I'm just like, okay, cool. Try it anyway. So we held on to my earring, and he's just like, have you got a sore throat? I was just like, what the fuck? No, I don't have a sore throat. And he said something else that was completely off. I was just like, okay, cool. Clearly, you're not what you say you are. So whatever, I took my earring back, and he was still talking about like random stuff. Playing with dogs and stuff. I'm just like, okay. Then it was getting a little bit cold, so I was just like, alright then, cool, let's find somewhere else to go. So we walked to a certain place, and I was just like, okay, do you want to go? Like, I was thinking about going to Chinatown, right? And so I said, oh, I haven't got a mask because I didn't bring a mask with me. So I said, let's go to Boots and get a mask because his mask was broken as well. Yeah, so his mask was broken, and so I went to Boots. He came in with me this time. And obviously I just needed one mask. Obviously they don't sell one mask, so I was looking for the smallest package, you know, to just give one to him and then for me to have a mask as well. They only had 20 pack ones, yeah? 20 pack, and that was like £16. I was just like, well, I don't need so much, but okay, whatever. And so it's buy one, get one free as well. So I was like, what am I going to do with so much mask? He's like, well, you can give one to me for a gift or something. I was like, okay. I bought the mask. He stood there like a bad bee beside me, didn't offer to pay him. But that was fine because it's a mask. It's my, you know. Paid for the mask. I handed him one of the thing. I got 2 bags. I gave him one of the packets of mask, and I took one for myself. Then we took the train, and then we went to Chinatown. You know, Chinatown, you can walk around and eat and stuff. So we got to Chinatown, he's like, oh, you're planning to get food and stuff. I was like, well, what else would you come to Chinatown for? The fuck? Yeah, of course. We went to some chicken place. So I went in, he came with me. I was looking at the menu, ordering what I wanted. I wanted some chicken strips, and I didn't really need a bubble tea because I had one earlier. He was like, I was like, well, what are you getting? He looked at the menu, he said he wanted a bubble tea and some chicken as well. I was like, all right then, cool. But when we was outside, because he made that comment about, oh, you came for food or whatever, I was like, yeah, but I was like, don't think you have to pay. Like, because I was getting broke vibes from him from that statement. I'm just like, what else would I come to Chinatown for? Food, duh. Anyways, I was like, yeah, you don't have to pay. So, like, I didn't want him to feel like I'm trying to finesse him or something. I don't know. That's the vibe I got from him. So I went in. He placed his order. I placed my order. After he placed his order, my man walked out of the shop. I'm looking around because it's time to pay. I'm looking around. Him gone. He was outside somewhere. So I paid. Oh, as soon as I paid, guess who showed up? Him. Right behind me in the queue. So obviously he clocked that I paid. So I don't know if he went outside to wipe his hand on dirt or whatever, but he came in with his hands dirty. He's like, oh, is your hand dirty as well? Look, I just saw this. It's like, you know, trying to steer the conversation away from him leaving when it's time to pay. Didn't pay any mind. I was just like, no, my hands are clean, because he thought his hand got dirty from the trains or whatever. I'm just like, yeah, cool. So that happened. I paid. We wait for the food. We got the food. Then we walked somewhere so we could sit down. We sat down, and then he was like going through the bags. He gave me mine and he had his. And he sat there and he was just stuffing his face with the food. I was just looking at him like, it must be a suit because I didn't pay for it, right? I was just so disgusted. I don't know. I'm sorry, but like, yeah, it was just. So I ate, he ate, and then it was. First of all, by the time the bubble tea got to the bottom, my man was still sucking out the thing. I was just like, in my head, I was like, okay, that's done. Throw it away. It's almost like he didn't eat for days. I'm just like, calm the fuck down, mate. Anyways, after that, I'm just thinking, okay, cool, I'm done, like, I need to go now. So we was passing by like a really good steam bun place. I was just like, oh, that will cheer me up for the day. Let's go and get some steam buns. They have amazing steam buns. Let's go get a custard one. He was looking at the menu. I was just like, do you want any of your custard buns? He said no. And once again, he stayed outside when it's time to pay. I bought my custard bun. He said he didn't want any, so paid for it, ate it. And then after I ate it, he's like, oh, how was your custard bun? I was like, it was amazing. But at this point, I was just over him. I was just like, okay, you're just giving me broke vibes. You're just giving me like stingy vibes. And I can't date guys like that. I'm sorry, I cannot. It was just so foreign to me. So I was just like, yeah, no, I need to go home. So we took the train. Well, we went to the train station. He was going a different way. I was going a different way. So I was just like, okay, nice to meet you. Gave him a hug, and then he was like, oh, keep in touch. No, stay in touch. I looked at him like, okay. I knew goddamn well I was never seeing him again, right? So I got on my train. I got to my station. As soon as I came out of the station where I could get some signal, I just blocked him on WhatsApp. I blocked him on not Instagram, on Hinge. I was just like done. The whole time I came back here, I was just thinking, what the hell just happened? Like, why did I even leave my house? I spent so much money on shit, random shit. It wasn't a lot of money, but the fact that you invited me out and I had to pay for your food as well as mine. I'm sorry, that's not a gentleman, and I shouldn't be associating myself with someone like you. I'm sorry, but if I was a guy and I invited you out, even if I'm a girl and I invited you out, I'm gonna take the bill regardless, right? You invited me out, so you're meant to pay the bill. No matter, doesn't matter if I offered to pay or not. As a lady, you just don't let a lady pay, especially on the first date. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, but I need to hear feedback. I was just so in shock. Like, I've never had this before. So it was so shocking to me. And I always offered to pay. Obviously, if we're like friends and whatever, like, all right, if he didn't pay for all the stuff, that's fine, right? If, say, I would pay for, say, he got a Starbucks, he paid for both Starbucks, and then we went to the chicken place, I'll take the tab there because he already paid for one thing. Do you get it? So we probably take turns. He wasn't trying to take turns. He wanted me to pay for everything. I'm just like, he's giving me bad bitch vibes. I'm just like, yeah, no, thank you. I will never see you again, honey. First of all, you're broke. So if he's not broke, he's just very tight with his money. And I can't fuck with people like that. I'm sorry. That's not my... Correct me if I'm wrong. If I sound selfish, please let me know. But I feel like, especially on the first date, you shouldn't let the other person pay for it. You shouldn't let a lady pay for it. Because you invited me out. Anyways, so yeah, he got blocked. I was just like, yeah, absolutely not. The cheek of you. No. So yeah, that's my little dating story. I would, first of all, if someone ain't telling you what the plan is for the day, don't bother leaving your house, ladies. If they don't have a set plan, like what time, if they're not going to pick you up, don't go. Okay? If they don't have a set plan, do not go. You're wasting your time, honey. And in lockdown as well, there's literally nowhere to go. So you're wasting your time. And I feel like guys are thriving from all of this thing. They're excited because they don't have to pay a lot of money. Because that was one of the first things he said as well. He was like, oh, it's cheaper to date now because there's not a lot of places to go, and normally you go out and spend a lot of money on food and stuff, but you can't do it now. I was like, yeah, whatever. And he did mention that he went on a date with some girl, a model type girl, and he paid £300 for the bill. I doubt he did, because he looked tight or broke. But apparently he paid £300 for the food bill, and the girl didn't pay anything. And so after the dinner, they went to a bar after, and then the bill came and she passed the bill to him, and then he passed the bill back to her. I'm just like, how old are you? Don't invite someone out if you don't want to pay, or if you don't have money to pay. I'm sorry. That's just it. Period. Anyways, that's the end of my video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time. Please comment down below and tell me what you guys think. Tell me if I'm selfish. Tell me what your thoughts are on a guy paying for the date or dinner or whatever if he invited you out. And vice versa. Just let me know in the comment section. And yes, it's been really good chatting with you guys. I haven't been on here for so long. I really did miss you guys. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye.